Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 17 in the book of Colossians. Today is going to be a great encouragement, and I'll title today, Put Your Soul into Your Work. This is from a passage in Colossians chapter 3, and the big verse today, I want to start with the money verse, which is verse 23. Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not from men. This is from Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ. So whoever you work for, get the right view is you don't work for them, you work for the Lord. Whatever you do and whatsoever today finds you to do, whether that's go to school, be a student, be a worker, be a child, obey your parents, submit in a relationship, whether you're a retired person, whether you're a person whose job is to be a good sick person or to be a mother today or to write a book or to give a talk, whatever it is today that you may find to do it as for the Lord. Now, He is the creator of your soul, and He is the creator of work. So here's the insight, my favorite insight today is it says to work heartily. And I thought that would mean, work with your whole heart. Isn't that what work heartily means? So I looked it up in the Greek, and it actually means more than that. It's the very breath of your life. It's your soul. It's your spirit. It's work with your whole. It's beyond just your heart. It's your soul. It's your essence, the breath of your life. So that's the commitment that the Lord is looking for in the work, whatever the task it is that He has to do. So remember, He's the creator of the soul itself. He's the creator of work. He's the creator of authority, which is tricky sometimes in work relationship. And we're supposed to be looking to please Him as creator of all that stuff. Look to Him, entrust ourselves to Him with the action and the activities of the day. Do what is fitting and right before His eyes primarily. And knowing that there's some sort of an inheritance and a reward that's coming and not for men. So whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men. That goes without saying. I mean, the whole man part of our work world kind of is devalued today, and our working before the Lord is increased in value. Knowing that from the Lord you will receive an inheritance as a reward. So you're supposed to work knowledgeably, knowing a few things, knowing that there is a God, knowing that this God sees stuff, knowing that the God knows, knowing that the God is aware of our very heart, and in this case, our soul, our essence. Know that this is all going to turn out. And so if we begin with the end in mind, that the Lord is going to see and judge and value this, know that no work is meaningless when it is done in view of the Lord, and it is done with the enthusiasm, with the very essence of the breath of your life, with your very soul, the full commitment. Put your whole self in, including your soul. Verse 24, knowing that from the Lord you will receive an inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ. So whether you are a waitress or a librarian or work in the car business or in medicine or in sales, or your job is being a child, or your job is to be a husband, or your job is to be a wife or a father, know that God sees, He knows, He is there. So whatever your hand finds to do this day, work with your whole soul, your whole heart, the very breath of your life. So put your back into it, for sure. Put your heart into it, yep. Put your soul into it, even more so. All right, so then he's going to list, so we've already talked about wives, husbands, and children, and we've noted that in each of those roles, you have the Lord's attention, and you have a finite task to do, and you have agency to do it, and He's given you abilities to do it. Very encouraging. And you have opportunities to please the Lord. You have the ability to please the Lord. So even a child, much less a husband, a wife, or worker, has an opportunity to impact the Lord God Almighty positively. That is, He can be pleased. So let's listen. Fathers, verse 21, Do not provoke your children, lest they become discouraged. So use your authority, use your position, use your platform, not to rouse them to bitterness and make them resentful, but to stir their souls in a good way. Verse 22, bondservants, obey in everything those who are your earthly masters, not by way of eye service as people pleasers, but with sincerity of heart. That's the whole soul thing. Fearing the Lord. Everything we do, if you're a bondservant or a child or a wife or a husband, whatever your role is, fear the Lord with your soul, with the very breath of yourself. Do everything before the Lord. And then near the end here, there's a little warning, knowing that from the Lord you will receive an inheritance as your reward. You're serving Christ. And here's the warning: for the wrongdoer will be paid back for the wrong he has done. And there is no partiality. So that's a person who's a bad example of this. And then again, another role here. Masters, treat your bondservants justly and fairly, knowing that you also have a master in heaven. So whatever your hand finds to do today, do it. Work heartily, work with your whole soul as for the Lord and not for men. So it strikes me today that the agency and the power and the choices that we have in our daily walk, and specifically here in our daily work. Let's work today with a view of God, that we can please him, and that we're supposed to be doing our work as fitting in the Lord, and as this pleases the Lord, and fearing the Lord, and work for the Lord. So we have this master in heaven. He is a rewarder. So no matter if we're wives, husbands, children, bosses, employees, whatever, know that you are serving the Lord Christ. Is your soul is in your work, whether selling cards or building houses? The Lord ennobles all kinds of work. He is in it. He invented it, and you, by putting in soul in your work, I think this is a real encouragement to every person who's going to do something today. So whatever it is today, whatever you do today, work heartily, not just with your heart, but really with your soul, with the breath of your life, and do it for the Lord and not for men. Thanks for listening.